Superman movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. So we're gonna meet our main character, Gus Gorman, right? Is Superman not the main character? Not really, no. Gus Gorman's kind of our guy in this one. Oh, okay, so what's his deal? Well, he really needs a job, so he takes a computer class, and turns out he's great at computers, which is something you're born with or not good at all at. You know, you can't learn that. Is that how computer programming works? It might be, yeah. Huh. So he gets hired at this company and then programs the computer to send him all these fractions of cents that are being lost in payroll. It's a practice called salami slicing. Delicious sounding crimes are tight. The head of the company, Lex Luthor, catches him. Gene Hackman's not doing this one. Oh, okay. The head of the company, Webster, catches him. Oh, great name. What's his deal? Well, he's like Lex Luthor, except you just told me he's not. Interesting character. Very cool. So Webster's been looking for a guy good at computers because he wants to control the weather, which theoretically early 1980s computers can. I thought they like recast Lex Luthor at one point. Again, this is one that I haven't watched as much. I can't even go off of this one as much, but I thought they recast Lex. Now I get it. It was just a different character. See, nobody actually understands computers, so we can say that they can do whatever we want. That's actually a great point. And once this whole computer fad is over, nobody will be any the wiser. Yeah. So this movie's gonna age great. Amazing. So why does he want to control the weather? Well, he wants to destroy Colombian coffee fields so he can control the market. Very evil. Oh, hey, could I hear about Superman a little bit, please? I mean, we should really stick to Gus Gorman just a little. Okay, fine. Well, Superman's still working at the Daily Planet. So what's going on there? An office bingo game that we're going to revisit a shocking number of times throughout the movie. What? And then also Superman gets invited to his that we're going to revisit a shocking number of times throughout the movie. What? And then also Superman gets invited to his high school reunion, and he wants to write a story about that for the paper. Is Lois Lane going to go with them? No, actually, she's barely going to be in the movie. She's going to show everyone a bikini and take off on vacation to Bermuda. Did she just come into the office to show people a bikini and leave? Yes. So Clark takes off to Smallville, but along the way he crosses a big old fire at a chemical plant. Sounds like a job for Superman. You betcha. So he sneaks into the back of a cop car and then comes out the other side dressed with the. Okay, so this was that one because I saw there was some guys. I think it was Corridor Digital talking about this particular scene about like how they actually filmed it, seeing how it's Christopher Reeve going in the back and coming out, and like how do they like I guess the front of the car is a picture. They kind of did a whole little trickaroo thing there. Then same thing with the windshield. But the fact that there's a guy in there, you see him go in, you don't even see the bottom of him or the top of him. You just see him go in, nothing, and then come out. Superman, you betcha. So he sneaks into the back of a cop car and then comes out the other side dressed as Superman. Did he just leave his Clark Kent clothes and glasses and wallet in the back of a police car? Hey, shut up. So he finds some acid that he's told cannot heat up or it's going to explode in a real bad way. Gonna be hard to keep that cool, I bet. Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, he flies to a nearby lake, freezes the top layer, flies back with it, and drops it on the building. Why not just breathe his ice breath onto the thing that needs to stay cool? Because. So then he heads back to Smallville and reconnects with Lana Lang. That's a lady's name. But now it's Gorman time. Oh, we're back to Gus Gorman. You know it, sir. So in order to make bad weather in Colombia using computers, Gus has been sent to Smallville to use the computers at a subsidiary of the company so that it can't be traced back to them. How would that not be traceable if it's one of their companies? Computer reasons. So he starts messing around on the computer and causes a bunch of problems that computers are definitely capable of causing. Like what? Like immediately overbilling someone at a department store and making those two little traffic guys get into a fight. Wow, computers are fascinating. They sure are, sir. So he finally gets those storms going. I don't remember any of this. Stops them. Oh, sweet. We're going to get some Superman action. Well, actually, I thought it might be fun to have Gus explain what Superman did and then just get little glimpses of him doing it. Really into this Gus Gorman guy, huh? Deeply for some reason. And then after he's done explaining in a funny way, he's going to accidentally ski off the top of a skyscraper. Oh, so he dies? Well, no, sir. He's wearing skis, so he just kind of lands in traffic and takes off. What are you talking about? Real funny, sir. He's going to accidentally ski off the top of a skyscraper. Well, no. So he dies? Well, no, sir. He's wearing skis, so he just kind of lands in traffic and takes off. What are you talking about? Real funny stuff. So then Webster tells Gus to kill Superman by making some synthetic kryptonite. But Gus can't figure out one of the elements, so he just uses tar instead. Okay. So then he dresses up as a military guy and gives Superman this big green rock as a gift. Wouldn't Superman be kind of wary of big green rocks? You'd think so, but the thing is, No. Oh, all right. But then since this isn't real kryptonite, it doesn't kill Superman. It just makes him kind of mean. What do you mean? Oh, he becomes a little rascal. Like he straightens out the Leaning Tower of Pisa and he puts out the Olympic flame. The fake kryptonite makes him a little prankster. Not just a prankster, sir. He's unhinged. He is. Yeah, like he goes to a bar and he flicks some peanuts at some glass bottles. Whoa, this guy doesn't give a And then this lady that works for Webster seduces Superman into causing a big oil spill in exchange for just going to town on her. So then our main guy, Gus Gorman, gets Webster to make a supercomputer based on some designs he scribbled onto a napkin. He wouldn't need any more details than that. Absolutely not. So Webster immediately has a giant computer built inside a cave. How's Superman gonna help him if he's now an evil peanut-flicking freak?
He's gonna fight himself.
We'll see Clark and evil Superman separate from each other and have a big old fight. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
Look at those graphics.
Wow. Yeah, it seems like evil Superman's gonna win, but then Clark chokes him out and he vanishes. Is that fight happening in his head, or there's no way to know exactly what I meant by that?
No
so
way
it's
to
time
know.
to fight the supercomputer. Oh boy, here we go. So does he fly into it and blow it up? Well, actually, first he tries just slowly walking towards it. Interesting strategy. How does it do it and blow it up? Well, actually, first he tries just slowly walking towards.
Why is it like that's not his face? Like, why is it like it's his face put on top of someone else's face? Is that just me? It looks so weird.
Towards it. Interesting strategy. How does that work out? Not
weird.
Great. It shoots a bubble at him and he can't breathe in the bubble. Doesn't he kind of regularly fly into outer space? He can't breathe in the bubble at all. So then Gus feels bad, so he actually helps Superman out. Oh, full redemption. All is forgiven now. Exactly. And then his computer absorbs Webster's sister Vera and turns her into a robot. Oh, you know what might be fun is that if we use this scene as an opportunity to give nightmares to an entire generation of children. What? I've always wanted to give nightmares to an entire generation of children. All right, okay, yeah, sure. So we'll make sure that that scene gives nightmares to an entire generation of kids. Yeah, okay, amazing. Anyway, then Superman heats up some acid and kills the computer. Fantastic. And then he drops Gus Gorman off with some guys, and Gus wants to show these guys he's friends with Superman, so he does that t-shirt opening thing, you know? Wouldn't that shirt opening thing mean that he knows that Clark Kent is Superman? We should talk about that forever, and then we're done. So what do you think? Well, it sounds like a movie, you know? And it's kind of scary what computers can hypothetically do. Yeah, for sure. If you're not careful with computers, people can use them to do some pretty morally bankrupt stuff.
Oh God, I knew they were gonna go somewhere with that, and you know, there was that, and that felt weird. It felt weird. I didn't really like it. I was like, change it up. I mean, the Nicolas Cage one was kind of cool. It just all looked weird though. The CGI in that whole sequence was not good at all. But that was hilarious. I didn't know though. The basis of this movie. I didn't understand. I did not know that it was just based around computers and all these things computers could do, which again, didn't age well at all. How they have the people fighting the crosswalk animations fighting each other. Like what? So clearly Superman, as far as this series or quadrilogy, what do you call it when it's 4 movies? It went off the rails with the third one, clearly. The fourth one was just like hold my beer, but that third one was whew. But all I remember really is when Clark Kent is fighting the evil Superman and then he disappears as he strangles him and then he's good again. I do remember that. I remember him doing the Leaning Tower of Pisa thing, like straightening it, just kind of going a little bit, nutty. I do remember those things, but most of the other parts and how much Richard Pryor is in this movie, I don't remember that at all. So that's kind of new for me. But still, that was still pretty good. Still hilarious. I wish there was a I don't care in there though. Like that would have been good. The skis part was hilarious. So again, I don't remember any of that. I thought at one point Superman saved him. I think I'm thinking of the poster when he takes him away to where those guys were or whatever. But I like how he brought up, hey, if he does that motion, he knows that Clark Kent is Superman, because that's the only way you would, if somebody saw that, they would have to know, oh yeah, Clark Kent did that. Or that guy over there is Superman. Otherwise, you've never seen it, right? Right? Am I going crazy? I don't know. That was still hilarious, though. That was good.